Hi. Not gonna lie, I kind of feel under the weather. So I'm wearing big sweaters and things. Let's find out what we're gonna do next. Aries, it's your turn. All right, Aries, I wanted to get a whole bunch of these done because I need to pack up my cards. This is your last general reading from this house. Next time that you get your general reading, it's going to be from another house. So that'll be fun for you. In any events where there's something like Flint or something on my screen. Oh, I've just fucked my camera view. It's really annoying and it's going to bug me. Anyway, stay. It's not going to stay, I bet you. Here, pause. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right, so this is your general read. Everything you need to know is in the description box of the video. Check out your rising moon and Venus sign for additional messages, and this might not resonate. So if it doesn't, sorry. Yeah. All right. Let's check out your song. For up to the beginning of October. Again, the sign with the most views will have their love reading first, but it's probably not going to happen until I'm in my new place. It's a long distance move. Let's go ahead and let's get started with your song for September. Yeah, I'm snivelly. I'm snivelly today, so don't mind me. I thought I had allergies. It turns out that I'm probably going to be under the weather for a couple of days, and then I'm going to have to get better because I have to go to the States in just under in 10 days, less than 10 days, 9 days, 8 days, 9 days. So, all right. Are you thinking about planning a trip somewhere? There's travel on the horizon for you. Planning the travel. Looking at an itinerary. Deciding what you do and do not want to do. Ticking off lists. Lists with check marks. Itemizing things. I've got just what I needed by the cards in my head. I don't mind you coming here and wasting all my time. Because when you're standing oh so near, it's not the perfume that you wear. It's not the ribbons in your hair. Okay. All right. Aries. The Maze by Stars. I don't want to find my way out. I want to watch the moon with you. In the center of the maze on a sunny afternoon, I stand alone and waited until I saw the moon. I fell into a dream. Yeah. Maze by Stars. Okay. All right. Well, that wanted to stay up, so you should probably definitely look into reading it, or sorry, listening to it. There a book you're supposed to read about a maze? Maybe. Also, I don't know. Looks like we're gonna be using the Rackham tarot for you. So I might have to cheat if we're looking at something and I get confused about my Roman numerals. Oh my god. Oh, I'm tired. Sorry, we're doing past, present, future spread. I shouldn't be tired this early. That's another reason I know that I'm not feeling well, because I'm tired and it's like, come on. 8 o'clock. That's like when children in kindergarten go to bed. No. Just for full clarity, I go to bed at like 2 a.m. Sometimes 3 or 4 a.m. depending on if I can't sleep. And sometimes if I go to bed too early, I'll wake up at 3 and I won't be able to get back to bed. So, 8 p.m. is way too early to be feeling super tired like this. Okay. Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm going to do past, present, future spread. Again, description box of the video for everything you need to know. I won't be approaching you from my Instagram account or my Facebook account, which are both my private, or sorry, not my private, my personal accounts. My Facebook is private, my Instagram is not. However, at the same time, they are still my personal social media accounts. Yeah. So, anyway, let's get started. Okay, just for fairness, good. Clean, focused. Clean and focused. Clean and focused. Okay, first one. Strength. So, Leo energy. In the recent past, more than likely during Leo season, there was a need to, contain your temper, or something that had to do with taking up courage, taming the inner beast. There's usually somewhere within every single strength card the symbol of infinity. Do I see it here anywhere? This is the first time in my life that I haven't seen infinity on the strength card. It might actually be. That's interesting. It's curious, actually. Anyway, infinity doesn't matter. It's an 8, right? Which is on its side an infinity symbol. And a need for courage. The need to take up courage, but also to tame the inner beast, to have mastery over your emotions, especially when it comes to rage, irritability, volatility, and fear. You know. What else for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus during September? Okay, the Two of Swords, standing at a crossroads. Might have a little bit of confusion about what to do, or ambivalence about a choice that you were looking to make during the past, the recent past. Doesn't necessarily have to be the recent past, but it is in the past orientation. I'm kind of just looking at this month. But a feeling of being stuck and kind of at an impasse, unable to make a choice when it comes to a certain situation. And so it's just kind of, humming and hawing about what to do. Maybe not having the courage to make a decision. Not having the courage to proceed in one direction or another with something. Turning a blind eye. Usually it's somebody with 2 swords in front of them and a blindfold on, right? So protecting oneself from having to make a decision at a fork in a road. Libran energy on that. What else here? 8 of Cups in the reverse. This is returning energy from the past in an emotional situation. Usually people say that it's a past lover returning, but it could also be something coming back that you had left behind, you had thought you had left behind, of an emotional nature. A resurgence of feeling that you thought you had buried and put to rest, right? What else? What else for you? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Another. You guys are getting all of the flippers. Queen of Cups, following your intuition. There's something that you needed to follow your intuition. There's a call for you to follow your intuition with Cancer, Scorpio energy on this one. Feminine Cancer, Scorpio energy. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's Cups. This is Pentacles, which means this is the Capricorn card. I don't know why I did that. It sounds like as I was saying it, I put it down. Capricorn energy. Stability, ambition, determination, drive. The will to succeed. Do you see the will to succeed? See how she is looking up, and it's almost like everything, even her garments, the fairies, everything is kind of holding her back as she is propelled forward and upward towards whatever it is that she's drawn to and that she's looking at on the horizons there. Feminine Capricorn energy. There's something that this energy has to do. It's inviting you towards ambition, ambitious thought, reaching towards goals. Or it could be also because the Queen of Pentacles is a very nurturing person who creates a comfortable home environment, lives in luxury, enjoys the finer things, and creates a space of warmth and creature comfort within the home. But somebody who works hard to achieve at the same time. Doesn't necessarily have to be just feminine energy, but it is feminine energy. Doesn't mean it's a girl-boy situation. You know. Let's see. The Hanged Man. In the reverse, gaining perspective on something. At one point you were sitting back and you were relaxing and you were just kind of looking, surveying, trying to gain perspective, and you were sitting still in order to gain perspective. I see an energy on that one. However, at a certain point, you chose to move forward. And in so doing, you ended up gaining the perspective that you required. You gained perspective on something after a period of stillness. And now you're ready to move forward, having gained that perspective. Nine of Pentacles. This time I'm not screwing up and looking at a pentacle and calling it a cup. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, though. In the recent past, you've experienced a little bit of a loss of financial means. Well, not really loss of financial means. It's just you're not sitting in luxury. There's also something about a secret here. A secret that came out. Something that, you know, normally this is somebody telling their potential goals and dreams and aspirations for the future that are tied to their stability, their ability to provide comfort. Telling that to somebody who's going to repeat it to somebody else. Right? I mean, come on, we're channeling with the cards as well. It's not just the meanings on them. But here, this is what we've got. And in the reverse, it looks like there was a mistake in doing so because somebody spilled the beans about something they weren't supposed to. Might be impacting your stability in some way, shape, or form. Or your sense of groundedness. Maybe that's what you've gained perspective on, is who you can and cannot tell your aspirations, goals, wishes that are tied to your stability or sense of groundedness. Who you can share that stuff with and who you cannot. The people who are truly part of your inner circle and the people who help you to feel ambitious. Okay, current energy for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus during September. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We do not take novels. Ace of Mars, Uranus. The World. Cycle's coming to completion. There's something that has come to an end, or something that will not necessarily come to the end, because it is that serpent, that serpent that's, you know, eating its tail. So it's something that is a cycle that has no beginning and has no end, kind of like infinity, which is interesting because it's landing right underneath the Strength card, which is infinity. Has no beginning, has no end. But this is the World. There is a completion that is occurring so that something new can be born out of it, right? Something new can arise out of what was once established. Fixed energy of Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius. Has to do with your sense of holding on to your temper, your irritability, your courage, volatility, your ability to control your temper. 3, oh, yeah, okay. 3 is the Empress. The Taurus Libra energy. Creativity linked to one of these paths. There is something here with a decision that you need to make that is linked to your ability to be creative, grounded, centered within yourself, connected to the earth, fertile in thought, idea, and deed, connected to Earth Mother energy. One of the paths has to do with that, Taurus and Libra, or it's a choice in between Taurus and Libra for something. Taurus or Libra, Taurus or Libra, Taurus or Libra. There can only be one. There can only be one. In the present, there can only be one. You have 2 of Swords in the upright in the recent past. We have 3 on this. 2 minus 3 equals 1. There can only be one choice. You have to choose in between the Taurus and the Libra or Taurus will be the only one standing at the end of it. Sorry, mathematically, some weird numbers thing I'm doing right now. 21 is the universe, or sorry, not the universe, the World card. In some decks, it's called the universe. In the one I clarify with, it'll be called the universe anyway. But the World card, 2, 1. 2, 1, right? You're having to exercise courage to make the decision in between a Taurus and a Libra for something. Taurus, Libra, Taurus, Libra. Both energies that have had their return in an emotional situation in the past, because 8 of Cups is right there in the recent past in the reverse. What else? What else? Work. Honing one's craft. This could have to do with something that has to do with work. It's connected to a Capricorn. Connected to a Capricorn over here as well. But here we have it, the 8 of Pentacles. This is work. This is career. This is honing your craft. This is apprenticeship energy. This is also being hard at work, and with the cards connected to it, utilizing your creativity and your thinking and fertile ambition. Grounded and centered thought while striving towards your excellence. Something of emotional fulfillment's returned. And it's mirroring 8 of Cups in the reverse to 8 of Pentacles in the upright. Something's returned. A feeling's returned. What else? What else? What else? when I get back to New York, if I don't get back to New York. And if I don't, that's a gob song off Apartment 13. It's called New York. And if I don't make to free, and if I don't make it back to New York, and if I don't get back to New York, then I guess I'll have nothing to show. Then I'll have nothing to show. And if I don't make it back to New York, then I'll have nothing to show. Be free from the aching. Page of Wands in the reverse. Lack of passionate communication. Attempting to stave off passionate communication. Connected to this Capricorn in the past. Connected to work. Attempting to chill hostile communication. This Capricorn's trying to cool their communication. It has to do with their ambition. Or you're cooling your communication in relation to Capricorn energy because you're concerned about your ambitions and attempting to work towards them in a way that requires you to stylize it in a way that's more tempered, doesn't run so hot and irrational, is more strategic, methodical, has a plan behind it. Analytical. Okay, we got our two. Ace of Pentacles, there's a contract coming. Yeah, with Page of Swords. Somebody's watching somebody. Somebody's watching with a contract in hand. Ready to come to the door with a new offer. Do you see the new offer? See the person at the door? There's the new offer. Page of Swords is often somebody who is lying in wait and watching. You see this person's got the arrow. They're ready to communicate, but they're waiting and they're watching and taking their aim. And this person is looking up at that Capricorn with that arrow. That Capricorn's not aware they're being watched. They've got their back to them. Their line of sight is right there. This person could have Leo in their chart, although this card is more of a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra card because it's swords. I still see the cat at their feet. They could be connected to a Leo in some way. It's a messenger. Gemini, messenger, messenger, messenger. In the future. This is frightfully fascinating, to tell you the truth. Just because the art is just so good. in the future. It might also because I feel like totally like not well right now. I feel sleepy-eyed. Seven of Cups in the reverse. Lack of options. Might be that you were building castles in the sky when it came to something here. But there's a lack of options when it comes to an emotional sense. You had to have courage to end something so that new things could come around, or so that so that a cycle could begin again. Could be turn of seasons. But what we see here is we see now you've run out of options, or options have, you don't have options of an emotional sense. What else, Aries? Or you are turning down options, or you're not interested in options. That it? Okay. Eight of Wands in the reverse. Not communicating. You're not communicating with Taurus, Libra. Aries is not communicating with Taurus and Libra, or a Taurus or a Libra. There's a black cat that I'm drawn to here. Whoever this is might have a black cat. So out of this Two of Swords energy, you've reached an impasse with a Taurus or a Libra. And you're not communicating with them. In the recent past, you've either had a disagreement or you've reached a fork in the road where you do not agree with somebody and you don't know how to establish an understanding. And so because of that, you don't know how to create, you're invited to creatively think of a solution, but you do have to remain grounded. But you're not, there's miscommunication or lack of communication, blocked communication. Let's see what time it is. Okay. What else? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It's going to be during Libra season. This will be during Libra season. This part in the presence during Libra season. The time card. Can't believe I didn't think of that. Of course. It's during Libra season, so it'll be September 21st by the time that happens. Where the cycle ends and begins, the turn of the seasons, the world. Libra season. The need to stay grounded, to be creative, connect with the earth. Something going on at work where you are called upon to watch the community. There's something that isn't being communicated. There's something that isn't being communicated, or somebody's holding back passionate, fiery communication. st to 23rd. 23rd is the actual Libra cusp. Sorry, my ring is turning. A contract happening here. A new beginning to do with professional endeavors, stability, sense of groundedness, the money you make. Two Cups. There's a union happening. Union of two. In this deck, it's a baby and a lady. Most decks, it is two lovers coming together, two people coming together to meet up, to have a drink, to celebrate something together. Just two people, though, not like in the three, where it's a group of people, just two people, right? Reading vertically, we have this person coming back, or this feeling of emotional fulfillment that you walked away from resurging. It has to do with work. Has to do with apprenticeship energy. And then we move into the 2. It has to do with the 2. Sorry. It has to do with the 2 of Cups. A union. In the future. What else? Makes some fucking sense. Taurus, Libra. I'm still getting Taurus and Libra there. Taurus and Libra on that one. Aries. We'll clarify it all. Well, it's gonna suck though, because I'm at 30 minutes. They're all super long readings, which really sucks, especially for viewership. Aries. Oh, we got a flipper. 4 of Wands. Okay, stability again. It's the 4 posts that keep the home standing up. It's also the marriage bed. It's also firm foundations in a relationship, but more so than that, firm foundations that hold up a home. Just building firm foundations to hold up any stable structure in general. But typically this is, you know, the beginning of a relationship, or the building of a firm foundation in a relationship, or firm foundations in general. Creative sense, in a creative sense, definitely as well. What else do you have, Aries? Oh, I can't take that many. No, I can't. Oh, cool. But I pulled them out and one stayed. So it's almost the equivalent to when I pick one off the table. Oh, there we go with our Knight of Cups in the reverse. This month, everybody's getting the Knight of Cups in reverse. It's really interesting. Knight of Cups in the reverse. So while you have gained perspective, there is a contract moving forward in the present. After gaining perspective in the past on something, after sitting still and observing, in the future, there's no rescue coming. Either for you or for somebody else, there is no rescue coming. You're not going to rescue somebody. This is Cancer, Pisces energy. You're not going to save someone. This is also not that poetic, romantic, you know, action that typically you would see with it in the upright. So if you're thinking that somebody's going to come in for you and sail in all, you know, like the knight in shining armor, that's not going to happen. I think it's more about trusting that you are your own knight in shining armor, Aries, and a reminder of that. But at the same time, if we're not looking at that in particular, I think we're still looking at the fact that you're, you know, you might not be going to do this, and somebody might be expecting you to because you built a firm foundation with them, and that might not be true. Or just because you've got this offer coming to you in the current energy, or this contract starting, doesn't mean that you can save everybody and take everybody along with you, you know? Oh, look. We're shuffling backwards now. Don't you love when that happens? Let's do that. Okay, last card here. Let's see. All right, Aries. No, that's too many. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay. We got 1, 2. They stuck in my hand, so I'm taking them. 3 of Swords in the reverse. So we got healing from heartbreak here that's happening, and then our King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancerian energy. It's the cup, it's not me screwing up again. Scorpio, Cancer energy. So somebody who is very connected to their intuition, the call to action to connect to your own intuition, to be steadfast in your emotion, but not somebody who is ruled by emotion, rather somebody who is stable with their emotion. Somebody who runs deep. A very emotionally immature. That's right. A very emotionally mature, emotionally independent. This is what you've grown into, or what you're transforming into with the healing. Or this is somebody that you're encountering, or conversely, it is somebody that you are this is the qualities that you're supposed to embody moving into the end of the month. And overall energy, you have worry and you have anxiety and sleepless nights that are happening right now over something. I think that what's happening for you during this month is leading you to a little bit of perspective. I think there's resolution here. It's got to do with decision making. It's got to do with where you're going to have control over your own emotions, exercise courage, ambition, determination, exercise groundedness, connection with the earth, knowing when to communicate and when to hold back and when it's appropriate to do so. And understanding that you are the only person who can save yourself. Nobody else can. Where to build firm foundations and where to let sleeping dogs lie. And how self-sufficient you are. And that in being self-sufficient, you can heal and come out of that energy into a place where you have mastered your emotion. And are therefore far more intuitive about the decisions that you've had to make that are so challenging during September. Okay, let's clarify. We're going to use the Sun Moon Tarot for it. Okay, so it's a little deck, so it's easy to do all this. They have way smaller ones, trust me. It's just hard to shuffle those ones, just like it's hard to shuffle the giant ones. Okay, Aries. Seems like we're dealing with some work stuff here. And communication. You might have it looks like you have an offer or contract coming in. You're either offering somebody something or you are being offered something during September. It's the beginning of something new. I don't even know that it's an offer as much as it's the beginning of something new. But I see a contract there. Let's first look at this need for courage. What is this need for courage? I'm seeing it as a need for courage. I'm not seeing it as a loss of temper. I'm seeing it as a need for courage. But we'll see what it is, and once we do, then we'll actually be able to tell. We'll be able to discern what it is. I feel like it's a need for courage. Okay. Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is this? No, we're not going to do that. What is this? Need for courage in the recent past. It's got to do with your Nine of Pentacles. It's got to do with your stability, living in luxury. Temporary yet substantial enough wealth that you're feeling like you're living in splendor. Courage to go after that, perhaps. Courage to go after a financial goal of sorts. Courage to go after a new sense of stability. Courage to question whether or not this is your sense of stability or whether it's going to deliver that for you. Perhaps there was anger over something that hit with the Nine of Pentacles. The Hierophant. And the Seven of Pentacles. So we have Taurus energy. Taurus energy with cultivation. What we sow, does it really add up to what we reap? And beliefs about the traditionalist values that we have. structures and institutions, philosophy is sage advice. This is Taurus here. Interesting that it should interconnect here with the present energy of the Empress and that Two of Swords that I was talking about prior. Taurus is right here twice actually, because we also have fixed energy of the World card, which is Taurus. So it's here a few times, right? The Seven of Pentacles for me, I know that there are keywords on the top of these cards. I disregard those completely because I understand the tarot is not what these little keywords say. And it really isn't. The Seven of Pentacles to me does not denote failure. The Seven of Pentacles to me denotes somebody who is sowing the seeds that could very well turn out to be their success or their failure, depending on how they invest their energy into them. But it is the very act of sowing the seeds of success. So for this person, in this card, it's drawing the pathways, and where those pathways lead depend on the energy that the person puts into where they're drawing those pathways, right? But there's something about the Hierophant here. There's something linked to traditionalist belief system structures and philosophies. Things that were old and established long ago that you're having to review. I'm not quite sure which way to go, but you're having to have the courage to evaluate whether or not the current establishment and structures that are in place are serving your Nine of Pentacles. And if you're putting your energy into the appropriate things. What's the confusion with that? Because you have a Two of Swords in the upright. So that is confusion over which way to go, which direction to pull off onto. Why? What is the confusion? Aries, what's the confusion? There's unfinished business. Interesting that should land right next to our Eight of Cups in the reverse, which is unfinished business, really. There's unfinished business. There's something that you cannot walk away from because you tried to walk away from it before and it just keeps coming back. There's something you can't leave. It's also Scorpio energy. I don't know who the hell that is, but that's valid. There's somebody or something that you can't leave. There's an energy that you can't leave behind. Scorpio energy. Normally this would be death so that transformation can occur, so that rebirth can occur. Death so that new things can happen. Endings so that new can happen. But it's not the case. You're confused because things are not ending, so new things cannot begin. But it's almost like there's a reticence to let go of something, or something just continues to return. Something you keep on bringing back. Something you keep on looking back at. You want to take passionate action towards something. Leo energy again. Leo energy again. During Leo season, you evaluating this and thinking about this. And what is it? It's passionate action that you're propelled towards. Something you're propelled back towards. This Ace, this Eight. I almost said Ace of Cups in reverse. So it's something that didn't begin, that you wanted to begin. Ace of Cups in reverse is what I almost said. And what I meant to say was Eight of Cups in the reverse, which is something that was of huge emotional fulfillment that you did invest in, that you ended up having to walk away from, that you're returning to. Or that keeps coming back to you, keeps returning to you. Like a fucking boomerang. I'm hearing it's like a boomerang. I like to call it the merry-go-round of crazy. I don't know if that's like I don't think people like that term very much, but it helps to describe things quite aptly. I feel like you're calling it the boomerang of psycho, or the boomerang of crazy, or something like that. But it just keeps coming back. What is it? What is this? Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords now I'm getting. It's a mental prison for you. It keeps you feeling trapped. You're trapped. Okay, you're trapped. That's why it keeps coming back, because you're trapped. Or you feel like you're trapped, so you can't resolve it. Go. What is this? Eight of Cups in the reverse energy. There are only happy accidents on this channel, folks, if you haven't noticed yet. Speech impediments included. Freudian slips included. Let's see. Okay. Five of Swords. Okay. It was something that you felt. There may have been a victory in vain, or you may have felt that you were, you lost out on something. You lost something. Tell me more. Or missed out. You're missing out on something. Tell me more. Tell me more about that. Tell us more about the Eight of Cups in reverse. That's way too many. That's not the Magician. Because you mastered yourself? Yeah, you have mastery over the elements. You have mastery over yourself. You harness the power of the universe as well as yourself. Okay, why would it keep returning to you then? Why would you keep going back to that feeling, thing, or person if you've mastered yourself in the elements? In the reverse, this is usually illusions, trickery, manifestation. You're manifesting it. You're pulling it towards you without knowing it. Like a magnet. You're attracting it towards you. That's why this card, this Queen of Pentacles, is seemingly, she can't look at, it's like she's falling into it. The Capricorn energy. Tell us about the Capricorn energy. You're manifesting it. You're manifesting something or somebody to return to you, an energy to return to you. Nope. No. You can't have this many for Capricorn energy. Jesus. These want to talk, they want to talk. Queen of Wands in the reverse with Ten of Swords. There's volatile Leo energy here. Feminine, passionate, fiery. One who scorches rather than warms and nurtures with the Ten of Swords. This Capricorn. Feminine energy. There's some other feminine energy, a fire feminine energy that's displeased with them, wants to see them suffer, wants to see them in pain in the recent past, or is connected to them and sees them in pain, or is angry with them and wishes pain and misfortune on them, or takes pleasure in their ruin, wants to see them in sickness or pain. Tell us more. Relishes, revels in it. Revels in it. Tell us more. Revels in it. Like repeats it over and over again. They don't want to see them enjoy. This is gossip. This is a hen party. That's a hen party. 3 of Cups in the reverse. 3 women getting together, talking about this Capricorn. Taking pleasure in the misfortune. You gain perspective on this? Did you see this? You saw this? You saw this. You told the wrong person about what you wanted. After seeing this. Tell me more about this, though. Tell me more about this. I want to know more about that. 3 of Cups in reverse with that lady there. Somebody takes pleasure in Capricorn's misfortune and an Aries reading. Interesting. Same. Anything else about this gossip? This hen party? We got a flipper. 6 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, they take pleasure in their misfortune. They don't want to see this Capricornian victory. They don't want to see them have victorious homecoming, triumphant return. They don't want to see this person with success. Normally in the Rider-Waite Tarot, that's a guy riding in on horses. It's a victory parade after war. This person wants to see this person fucking fail at war. They want to see them with their head on a spike instead of coming back on their horse alive after war. I could, if I grab the Rider-Waite decks right here, I just don't kind of want to go through the whole thing. But this person wants to see this person suffer immensely. You saw that. It's Hangman in reverse. You stopped for a second and you saw it. You saw, you gained perspective. Tell me more. Tell me more. I need to move on. Tell me more. Is this going to take way too long? Anything else on the top row? Anything else in the past? This is a recent past. I can't have those. I can have this 1, 2, 3 of Pentacles in the reverse and King of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody needs to work on mind, body, and spirit. No partnership. No partnership. The need to work on mind, body, spirit, and the connectedness of the all 3. Lack of stability. Taurus energy on that. Could be any earth sign. You use that as an excuse for something. I need to work on mind, body, spirit. I need to work on connecting the 3 of mind, body, and spirit. I'm not feeling stable right now. Or something to do with the reason the 9 of Pentacles. There's something that you told somebody about this. About the disconnectedness of mind, body, spirit. And the lack of stability for an earth sign. Could be this Capricorn that you said something about to the wrong person. And now you're feeling like you're not sitting in your own groundedness and stability, your own 9 of Pentacles, because you told the wrong person. You said something to the wrong person. And you see it now. You see they take fucking pleasure in their misfortune. Okay, present energy. Present energy for Aries. I really hate being a tarot card reader sometimes. Prince of Swords. You're taking action, impulsive action in the future to end something. And it's got to do with Taurus and Libra. Could be the decision that you were looking to make that you didn't move forward with in the past, that you were looking to have courage on or about. It's impulsive. It's swift. Gemini energy actually on that card, the Prince of Swords, which is actually a Knight of Swords in this deck. Okay, we have a flipper. What is this? Six of Pentacles. To achieve balance, Libra. Libra is going to be your choice. Libra is the one you're sticking with. If you had to choose between Taurus and a Libra, Taurus goes, Libra stays. Because Libra is more balanced. Taurus is not. Or you're arguing for balance. Arguing for balance. Swift movement, swift action towards balance. Or whoever gives and takes. Whoever has a balance of give and take. And that's your grounded opinion. Anybody who fly by night, anybody who's trying to get away with anything behind your back, that's not the option you're going to go with. So, or there's a warning here that somebody is going to try and get away with something behind your back. And that's why you need to remain grounded. Yeah. Somebody that you've lost faith in. Aquarius energy. Using your intellect in this situation. Eight of Pentacles. With work. Why is work a part of this? Because patience, temperance, grace. Having grace, being able to temper your emotions, hold your temper. This is what this volatile communication has to do with why this Capricorn. He might decide to stand up for this Capricorn. It has to do with work. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about this Sagittarian energy. Sagittarian energy on this as well. Tell me what's the deal here. What is this hot communication that you're holding back on? You don't do it. You don't do it. You don't stand up for this person. You see it happening. You don't do anything about it. You don't take that communication forward. You don't say anything because you're not trying to appear volatile or too passionate. Why? Oops, no, you don't want to tell anybody why. Because you've come in out of the cold. You've come in out of the cold and you don't want to worry about being put back out in the cold in some sense. Tell me about this contract. Justice, balance, fairness, equilibrium. This has to do with the criminal justice system. This could be a legally binding contract of some sort that brings stability and balance and fairness into the equation for you. Could have to do with Libra. You could be starting a contract with a Libra, going into contract with a Libra. Tell me more. Tell me more about this. But there is no union. There is no union. There's no meeting of the minds when it comes to this. So this is something that could be over distance. This contract that you're entering into. It's not something where you're coming together with somebody physically. And it's going to block a union of two people that would otherwise be together. What's this watching energy here? Who's watching this Capricorn? Because there's this watching energy and the swift communication that's going to follow as well. Tell me. Tell me about that. What is this? A Hermit. Virgo energy. So they're watching right now. Somebody who keeps to themselves. Somebody who's gone within to learn their inner truth. Somebody who's watching the truth go on. Somebody who also sees the truth. They're going to fire off communication to this Capricorn about something. What is that communication? What is the communication? Won't take those, but I'll take the one that's face down. Nine of Cups. Somebody's watching this Capricorn that's gone within to seek the truth, and the truth that they are going to learn is got to do with emotional fulfillment, happiness. Whoever is watching this Capricorn, or you, or if you have Capricorn in your chart, because I know that people say, oh, it's you, blah, 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 but that page is looking straight at that Capricorn. I'll even move it so that when I show people that that's what's happening. And that Nine of Cups is emotional wish fulfillment. So whoever is watching that Capricorn is looking at them with emotional wish fulfillment on their mind. That's what they want to communicate to them. Hermit in reverse is what they are. They've got Virgo in their chart, or they have gone within to reflect and gain perspective of their own, but it's their inner truth that they're trying to figure out, not gain perspective on everybody else's take, as they're trying to figure out their inner truth. The options that you're dropping at this time, or sorry, in the future, is because it's intellectually important for you to do so, because it's what makes sense, Aries. What is the communication that you're blocking? Oh, Aries. Unfinished business. So we got things that are risky, things that have to do with unfinished business. There's a Taurus Libra energy again with the Empress, creativity. In order to seek your creativity and remain grounded. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, and things that are going to impact your legacy. Those are things that you're blocking. There's that Ace of Pentacles again. You're coming into union, but this time we have the Ace of Pentacles in the upright and the Two of Cups in the upright as well. Over here we have the Ace of Pentacles in the present with the Two Cups in the reverse. So there will be union and there will be another offer, but there will be union and there will be an offer in the present. I'm sorry, in the future. So it's a beginning with tangible results. A beginning that has to do with actual centered real world application. Anything else? Anything else for Aries? What's the stability? I think it's going to create stability or maintain stability for you. You might not necessarily be being fair to yourself in a situation. You're not being kind to yourself. You are not exercising your truth. By denying coming in and being romantic or saving somebody or being poetic or following your intuition with something, taking that romantic, poetic, intuitive action towards something, you're not being fair to yourself. You're not living into your truth. You're not being fair or living into your truth or being truthful or just with somebody. Because that Queen of Swords in the reverse is here. Or maybe that's the lesson, is being kind to yourself. So that you can take down your defenses, put down your defenses. You learn, you heal. You learn to be intuitive and a master of your emotions. You learn emotional independence and emotional maturity at some point. You learn not to be so defensive. Not to live into the ego so much with that Seven of Wands. You learn to save. You learn to protect what is important to protect. You learn to stand in your power. With the Four of Pentacles. To learn the difference in between what is miserly and what is saving. in the interest of practicality. What is protective energy and what is defensive energy? What is the difference in between protective energy and defensive energy? Right? That's what you learn. There we go. Healing. At the end of all of this, it's really about healing a heartbreak. Okay. All right. That was a really weird reading. I don't know how to feel about it. Okay. All right. Aries. I don't like when I feel like that at the end of a reading. I can't stop. I don't think I've ever, I've heard a couple of people scrap readings before or say that they scrap readings. I've never done that before. And I didn't think you could. Only when things are technically glitchy, right? But then at the same time, I now I get why. It makes sense. But then you get down to a certain point and it's kind of like, well, if I had more time, I would sit here and clarify forever, but I can't. I mean, it does come full circle. Okay. Be who you are. That's the moral of the story, isn't it? I am me. That's what you got to tell yourself during this month. But stay connected with what your core principles are, what your values are. That is absolutely what this is all about. Wow, thanks. Thanks, affirmation cards. You totally just answered the whole freaking mystery for me on this. Just stay true to who you are. What does your moral compass say? All right? All right, what's your magnetic poetry? And then we'll be done. And that'll be the last time you'll see me in this house doing your reading. Okay, Aries. Well, we did have the Empress on here, didn't we? Okay. Well, write those all down, figure out where they fit in. You might see one word over and over and over again through the month. There might be a theme with one particular item. Nonetheless, thanks for hanging out with me, Aries, and putting up with my bullshit. Next time you see me, I'll be coming to you from a totally different place and time zone. All right. Be well. Take care of yourself. We'll see you when we see you next. Bye. This is what I was telling you about here. Take a look. Check it. There's your spread. This is your spread. I want you to see. This is your Page of Swords. That's your Page of Swords. Check this out. So this is all this mess up here. Ten of Swords. There's that Queen of Swords chick. Then there's Three of Cups in the reverse, that hen party I was talking about. Hen party energy. And yeah, they're laughing it up, talking about that victory that didn't happen for Capricorn. Who is this person looking at? Capricorn. Looking at Capricorn. Sorry. Let me just make sure we're all arranged properly here so you can appreciate it. They're looking at freaking Capricorn. Do you see? Capricorn has their back turned. They have no clue. Nice, eh? Okay, bye.